Okay, I think with this we'll start out what I eat in a day. So typically in the morning I tend to have a cup of coffee and I put this collagen plus superfoods in it. It's for nails, skin, joint support, which I really need. It has vitamin C, 11 superfoods. This is something I pick up at Costco. It probably goes me about a month and a half. So it says there's 34 servings, so really a little over a month probably if I'm doing it every day. Most days I do it. Every once in a while I do forget. Those are kind of what's in it. I gotta tell you, I said when I put this in there, I tend to be a little more full. Kind of helps me. I'm trying to do the intermittent fasting, but I know this is like a no-no because I put in heavy whipping cream into my coffee. This morning, my husband has made coffee. When he does, do you see how dark that is? Yeah, that's really dark for me. But I do probably, because you know the Ray Dunn mugs are pretty big mugs. So I tend to do like half a cup. And then I put 1 scoop of this in there. I do heavy whipping cream. Typically we have the organic. We ran out, so this is what they had. Not that it matters. As for keto, and like I said, we're not strict keto, but I try to get in fat a little bit this way, but also with like avocados, things like that. So today is a day off from work, so you'll see kind of what I do within the day. Now today is a Friday, so you tend to try to have something fun on Friday nights for dinner. I think I have 2 scoops in here. Yes, I do, for some reason. I think because I threw the one in from the last one. But this it can be a little costly, so this is not something you have to have. There's people that do the MCT oil, the bulletproof coffee. I did that the last time around on keto, and I don't want to do it. Honestly, to me, it's not appetizing. So, and I will say, the longer you're on keto, a lot of things that didn't taste necessarily good to you before start tasting okay. I think I'm going to put a splash, a little bit more heavy whipping cream in there. And then I like to put a little bit of my skinny syrup. That's where a lot of people will say, you know, you're throwing yourself out of ketosis. Oh my goodness. Why can't I think of the word? Ketosis. So I am not the person you want to follow that's super strict, things like that. I put in a little bit of my skinny syrup in there, and that is it. Now, right now it's about 10 o'clock. I know you can't see that. I probably won't eat now till maybe 1 o'clock, something like that. Yesterday, I actually had my coffee later in the morning. I mean, earlier in the morning, and I didn't eat till 2 o'clock. Now, that's just because Hey guys, so it is lunchtime. It's about 2:20 now. Now remember, I had my cup of coffee around 10 something, I think, this morning. I'm safe to be on camera now. I looked, morning, morning hot mess. But what I'm going to do for lunch before I actually have to run out, do some errands, run around, I want to get some protein, and I've been drinking water throughout the day. So I'm just going to do a sandwich. Yes, a sandwich on keto. But I will show you the bread that I like to use. I get it from Costco. There are other ones, but this is one I found has the lowest amount of carbs. like I said, if you are strict keto, you probably don't want to watch this, and I'm sure you're going to tell me things are wrong. But I just want to show you what I'm doing in a day. Now, this is not every day. Obviously, I have a lot of leftovers for lunches. I've been off, so it's been a little different, so I can make up stuff. But typically when I'm working, I'll take leftovers, or sometimes I'll even just get a hot dog from where I work and no bun. So, but I'll show you what I got, and then I'll also give you my total carb amount, what it was for lunch, okay? So, okay, what I'm doing is some boar's head. This is the chicken, golden chicken, so some protein there. I have some white aged cheddar, so I'll have that on there. I have a little bit of hard salami left over from the deli. But this is the bread, you guys, we choose to use if we're going to have bread. Now, I don't have bread every single day. But if I do, this is the bread. It's called Nature's Oven. All right. And just to show you here the content. So it has total 13 carbs, but dietary fiber. So you take the 12 away from there, leaves 1. And now some will disagree about that, subtracting, but I know my husband, when he first found out he was diabetic, they took him through a class and they always showed him that. So you just subtract your dietary fiber from your carb total. I am doing a little Dukes. So I got to be honest, all my Southern girls, this is what I know you guys like in your sandwiches, right? I've been a Hellmann's girl if I had mayo my whole life. I said, I gotta try this. For me, it's not that much different. Don't get mad. But so we're using our Dukes. Dukes is going to give you, you know, some of that fat. Not necessarily the best fat, but I want a little bit of that on there. A little bit of mustard. And I'm going to put a little bit of shredded lettuce. So we're going to have a nice little sandwich. Okay, so I have just about finished. Once again, I told you I only ate half. I think because there's so much, I don't know, with the bread, I just tend to get filled up pretty quick. I did add another pickle, so I had 3 pickles. I will put screenshots here on my lunch and how many carbs, how many calories. So with what I'm doing, they gave me a certain amount of calories to also stay within. So I'm also cutting back on calories. I will say most days I'm doing way less calories than even what they're saying. Because I think if I was doing like MyFitnessPal or whatever, it would be a whole lot less calories, but they wouldn't be counting those carbs. So I am cutting back the carbs and cutting back calories and what it's saying. Not intentionally. Honestly, if I feel hungry or if I'm having a day where I need to eat a little more or a little more carbs, I do it. Like this time around has been very different. I think it's more of a life change. I know people have already asked me, like, do you think it's really sustainable as for cutting out the carbs the way you're doing it? Because I have not ate pasta. But as you see, I just had some bread. I will probably continue to buy the keto bread going forward. My son, it drives him crazy, so we still buy him. I personally don't find that it tastes that different. And it could be too, because as I've been going on this journey, your taste buds and taste things just start to taste very different. Things become very sweet, at least for me. So like we don't deprive ourselves on little sweet treats as well. Like they have the keto ice creams, things like that. But I haven't been eating them that much. At first I was. I think because my body was craving that sweetness, that whatever, even though I'm not a sweet person, when you cut that out, it's crazy how your body wants it more, right? Now, I am not the most like scientific, not even close, but I'm just letting you guys and telling you know what I'm doing each day. Now, I will say at the beginning of me starting this journey, I had more snacks. But they say it's something about with your insulin spiking when you're eating a lot more like throughout the day in your time frame, because I do intermittent fasting somewhat. So I have been trying to stop around 9 o'clock. I wish it was earlier, but David, my husband, doesn't tend to get home till a little later. So we like to have dinner together. You know, we try to sit down as a family. So even my son that lives with us still, we like to have him sit down. Doesn't always happen, but you know, we like to. And that's we don't end up eating till later because he gets home later. Now, there's some days that I work late. So I'll eat at work, you know, and they'll go ahead and eat when he gets home. But I found myself snacking more at the beginning because I felt I don't know if it was more mental or I truly felt hungry. I find myself learning how to be more satisfied and not overstuffing myself or being truly full. Like there are some days that I do feel like tonight when we do the burger, I probably, a lot of times I'll go, oh, I could eat another one. I totally could eat another one. And I'll film and show you guys, you know, how David does his burgers. They're so delicious. They're so good. Sometimes we'll even throw a fried egg on there, you know. It's just, we'll put some bacon. And then sometimes we have them very simple. But like, that's a little treat for us, you know, having the burger. And I will say going out to eat has been a little challenging for me, but that's good because then I'm not eating a lot of fast food as much as I used to. I'm not gonna lie, David and I, before we got started, we were getting a lot of fast food. What was convenience on our way home? Can you grab this or can you grab that, right? Or let's order a pizza. And this girl loves some pizza. Loves pizza. Chips, pizza. That, you guys, you bring me that, you have my heart, you know. But I realize those things don't love me and I won't be around for a long time for my kids and stuff if I'm always eating those. And that's kind of what really started this health journey. I felt crappy. The last couple years has not been good to me as for, you know, things going on. And then adding the weight on, you know, and a lot of it could be from that. It could be from depression. I mean, I don't know how many of you out there eat when you're sad. I do. I also eat when I'm happy, like to celebrate. Me and my husband used to love on each other by bringing each other little treats. Now, if we bring each other treats, they're keto treats. And that's one thing I will show. I'll try to show in this video some of the little treats that we have found. Some can be kind of pricey. I found those some at Aldi. I found some at Walmart, Costco, obviously nuts, and we even eat berries. Sometimes I just like to have some celery with a little bit of peanut butter just to, it's so funny how that sometimes just satisfies certain cravings. or just a spoonful of peanut butter sometimes, like just, oh, that's amazing, right? Also other little snacks, if I do have snacks, I like the celery with, I've gotten spinach dip, and I know people are like, well, don't you go crazy on it? No, I literally will couple scoops, and I feel it like satisfies that. When we had the Super Bowl, that buffalo chicken dip, oh my gosh, that was so good. And I truly felt like that Super Bowl day, I felt like we were truly having like a good party without having, all the carb stuff. I was like, I didn't think it was going to be that good, but everybody was very happy. Water. Water has been a challenge for me. Not that I don't like to drink it. I just get busy throughout the day and I don't drink enough water that I should. Because you definitely want to be flushing your body out. So drink water. That's all I can say. Water, 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 and more water. Okay. Just to flush everything out. And I don't drink really like the pops and things like that. Every once in a while we'll get like a zero. We found Dr. Pepper, cherry, and Dr. Pepper strawberry. And I will say that's a little treat, but I can't even do a can, the little cans that they have. I will just have a little, and it just sometimes gets that, as they say, the monkey off your back. So these are just some of the things I wanted to share with you that I'm doing, and to let you know if you're thinking about it, even if it's just the intermittent fasting. And what I mean by that is that I stop eating at a certain time and I can only start eating between another time. Like I told you earlier, though, drinking my coffee with the creamer, some people have said, you don't want to do that because it breaks the fast. I do that, and it's still working for me. And I'll be honest, what works for me may not work for you, or it may take longer, or you may even rock it through it and do even better than I do. So I think we need to learn how to kind of listen to our bodies. But for me, I realize my body does not need all those carbs. I don't think anybody does. And down the road, we'll start implementing some other things, of course. But I think this just makes you realize, like, my body didn't really need all that. And I feel better without it. I am prone to getting migraines. So not having migraines all the time has been wonderful. Tension headaches. I get lots of, tension headaches. I get migraines, tension headaches. There's several different types of headaches. And my whole life I've gotten them. Well, guess what? My whole life, I'm a carb girl. I love my breads. I love my chips. I love I love those things. And so not having all that in my diet, and I found that out last time too, because we're going on 2 months this time. Last time I think I did it for maybe 6 months, 7 months. And then even when I stopped, I ended up slowly bringing things in. That's why I got to find out my triggers. What will basically go, Jamie, you can't do that, because you know how it goes. I told you I'm an emotional eater. I love to eat when I'm sad, when I'm happy, to celebrate all kinds of things. So you got to figure those things out for you as well. But what else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to tell you guys. Gosh. See, do you see what happens to me? Like literally my brain. That's why I got my little mini notebooks, if you guys have been around, to write everything in. all the topics I wanted to talk about. So I think that's going to be it for right now. Maybe David tonight, when he's doing the burgers, will kind of tell you some of his experiences. I will tell you his numbers. He's a diabetic. His numbers have been amazing since we've been doing this. He's dropped some weight, but he's not even keeping an eye really on the weight too much. The last time he did weigh, he had lost like 22 pounds as well. I'm over that now. But his numbers have been just awesome. Waking up, going to bed, like he checks it throughout the day. So if any of you are diabetics out there, and if you are a diabetic, you tend to crave sweets. That's his thing. That's how I would love my husband. I would get him little treats like that. And we learned that we can't do that for each other because we want to be around a long time with each other, and can't do it. Can't do that anymore. So I'm going to stop for here now. We'll meet back up for dinner. And hopefully, if you guys have any questions or comments, put them below. Make sure if you like this comment, you guys give me a thumbs up. This is not normal for me. This isn't a keto channel. It is Jamie Loving All Seasons. But I thought you guys might want to know. I'd like to share my life with you. So me loving all the seasons means I'm going to let you in on all that's going on in my seasons. So, all right. I'll meet you guys back here at dinner time. Okay, so it is now about 7:30. We're getting ready to do dinner. You guys saw my lunch. David's getting ready to prepare our amazing burgers.
Security.
Do you hear him? Amazing burgers. Like, he just does the best burgers. I don't know. They're just juicy. They're just... and he knows how to put them together really well.
Security.
What is... Real quick. Jones, what kind of burgers are these?
They're kind of smash burgers, but you really need a flat griddle to do smash burgers, but they're kind of smash burgers.
Well, what do you do that's kind of special to them, like to the buns and everything, that makes it taste so good? Chef Sammy. Yep, that's it. I know. We get this from Sam's Club. I don't know. Can you buy that anywhere else?
I believe.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I hope those are okay. Can't tell.
I think they're fine.
Yeah.
So just so you guys see, I mean, it's butter, but they have a garlic butter, and then they also have what else? Garlic butter, cinnamon.
They have some kind of they've got a bunch of different ones. I can't remember some.
Okay, and these are the buns that we like to use. Live Carb Smart. It's by Aunt Millie's. It's one of the better ones that, as for carb wise, let's see. It has 21 total carbs, but that fiber is 18. So what is that, 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, right? If I did the math right, it's either 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I can't.
Math after work.
I can't think about it. Well, basically, what he does, you guys, he goes ahead, he puts this butter on the buns, and then he toasts it on the stove. It just makes the burger so much better. That garlicky, and you guys already know I love garlic. I've talked about it before. So once he gets into making the burgers, I'll show a little bit, and then I'll show how our burgers look before we get going. I wanted to show you guys some of our little, we feel like they're kind of like treats. Sometimes we use them as like a meal replacement too as well. But these are from Aldi. I want to say they're like $4-5. possibly for some of them. Some are cheaper. This is probably my favorite right here. It truly feels like I'm having a payday. There's 3 net carbs. Like I said, we are not strict keto, and I keep saying that through the video because I really want people to understand that. So these type of things we allow in ours. But as you can see, we have a lot in here, but this has been in here. This little, we've bought a couple more of the favorite, but we have not been going crazy on these. Like, sometimes it's just an extra, like, to get us through to the next meal. Sometimes it's just a little treat for me at the end of the night. Now this is some other stuff that we found that is pretty good. We've had definitely trial and error on several different items. And these little Quest cookies, the birthday cake and the chocolate cake. Babe, which one did you like better?
I like the chocolate cake better.
I think you did. And I liked the birthday cake.
It almost tasted like those cheap Hostess donuts, the little chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Almost kind of tastes like that.
And then we have the little keto. These are basically like fat bombs. Then David found, I'm trying to find the one that he found. It has like a pretzel in it. But basically this is like our little, these are our little goodie bins. It's a slim fast fat bomb, and I forgot how many carbs this is. I think it's 3 net carbs. But if you need something sweet, if you are a person that loves your sweets, if you're a person that loves your sweets and you need something like this to help you get through the day, why not? Like I said, we found a lot of these items at Aldi and Walmart. We found some at Costco. So these are some snacks like that, sweet snacks, but we also do nuts. We always have like cashews, pistachios. So this is like our nut bin.
Stay out of my nuts.
Really? I knew he was going to do that, you guys. I knew he was. Anyways, I'm trying to show you the bin and I'm showing my face. Girl, what is wrong with you? So this is our nut bin. We have pistachios, we have cashews, we have, and we limit obviously on the, but that's a good fat to have.
What are you doing in the nut bin?
Oh goodness.
Nuts.
Dad jokes. Then these are some other little keto, our pork rinds, things like that are in there as well. Now, we have also done breakfast for dinners. That's always a fun one for us. And I bought this keto pancake mix. Babe, was that not good?
It felt like cheating.
We truly felt like we were cheating. And then we got sugar-free syrup. Oh, man.
Sugar-free Miss Buttersworth. Don't.
Right, Mrs. Buttersworth.
And the log cabin was actually pretty close, too. You know?
Yeah, the log cabin was really good. David's getting ready to do... Oh, let's show you. So see, he's got our little buns going. He's the guy. He gets everything together. We got our bacon. Yes, we have the fully cooked bacon. I know it'd be so much better for us to do the real good bacon. And we do that once in a while, but this is just easy and convenient.
That's what you do when you're leaving work.
Yes, we try to make things a little easier. These are one of us is always coming home, I feel like, with some type of new little keto snack or something for us to try. So pork rinds are huge for a lot of people when they want that crunch. They want something. This brand right here is really good. So is this brand. Costco sells this brand, but they only sell one flavor. So you can get it in a big bag. These brands are a little more expensive, right, than mac and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I will tell you, to me, they do taste better. Because if you would have asked me years ago, eat pork rinds, I would have been like, are you out of your mind? So, you know, but we'll come back to it. Okay, the artisan is at work. He's working on his burger. He's got a little bit of guacamole. He's got some lettuce, shredded lettuce, a tomato, looks like a little bit of mayo. And I think I might do a little, we have right now, we have these little mini guacamole dips. So those come out, they're perfect for stuff like this. I think I might put a little bit of guacamole on mine as well. He's putting a little bit of ketchup, but guess what? We have the G. Hughes sugar-free. I love most of his stuff that he does, you guys, has the lowest amount of carbs in it. So, and then the burgers are going. Look at those burgers. Yum. Babe, they look amazing. Doesn't that look good, you guys? My honey is one of the best chefs, I swear.
Not really.
Yeah, he is. He's being modest, but he really is a very good cook. And people have told him that he should do a food truck, but he just wouldn't want to do it every day. He wouldn't like, you know. Look at that burger. Yum. And once we get it all together, I kind of should.
It's frying in. That's one of the basic.
Oh, okay.
Let's don't want to give it away.
Well, I'll be honest. Okay, so this, we fry it in bacon grease. Yep, that's right. Super fattening.
For those who know, you know. The ones that don't know, you may be shocked.
It is.
But the people who know, they know.
Right.
They know.
Right. It really does give it such amazing flavor. It looks like he's getting the cheese ready, so we'll obviously have like cheeseburgers, but this is gonna be a good burger, and it fills you guys up. It really does. I mean, like I said, every time I eat it, you guys, I always say, oh, I want another one because it's so good. But if you just wait a couple minutes, you're like, oh yeah, I think I'm done. Okay, so this is my keto dinner. I know people are like, what? Does that not look amazing, you guys? I got my guacamole, my cheese, some bacon, some lettuce. I'm not going to spill it. And David wants me to show you his because he's got some onions, tomato, guacamole, bacon, lettuce, jalapenos on his. Now, like I said, you guys, honestly, Friday nights is kind of like our treat night. We make it something special. So it feels like we're not depriving ourselves or that we're on punishment. So this is what it looks like for us. But finding the bread that is low carbs, things like that. Like I said, we eat salads a lot throughout the week with our meals. We try to do that. We're not eating bacon every single day. Don't get me wrong, I could.
We had chicken and salad yesterday, so really.
Right. We had chicken and salad yesterday, basically chicken legs and salad. So these are just some of the things. If you guys really liked this video, I guess I can turn around instead of you guys just focusing on the burgers, even though you might want to just keep looking at the burgers. But if you guys like the video like this, and we'll give you some more ideas on some of our meals that we like, or even when we do the pizza bowls, that tends to be a little higher in carb because of the sauce. But I'm telling you what, we get so full. I mean, I can eat off of my pizza bowl for like a couple meals. So, I'm gonna try my burger and I'll let you guys know how it is. I already know how it is. Amazing. So what about you?
You know how we do.
One thing real quick, David, can you kind of tell them that what this has done for you, keto's done for you? I've told them about how my headaches are like, I barely have them. I'm feeling better. I'm more energy. I have more energy. What about you?
If you guys are in touch with social workers or human welfare workers,
What is
please
happening?
send help because I am doing this against my will.
Shut up,
And I've been
David.
told to tell you. No, all right, no, I'll jest. All in jest. Just gotta have some fun here. I'm a diabetic, type 2. And obviously, controlling your blood sugars is a huge challenge for anybody who is a type 2 diabetic. You probably understand the cravings that you have that are actually instant death. You crave sugar. I know for me personally, like, I find myself getting moody because I'd want something sweet, and sweets are huge, and so obviously it's easy to start, losing control of your blood sugars and your glucose, things of that nature. A1C is not looking so hot. But for me, one of the biggest things for me on this journey was to get control of that.
Yeah.
Because we had a wake up call. So many people have been lost to
Yes.
type 2 because of complications and not controlling it. And so I know that this was an opportunity for me to get control of that, and it's afforded me that. My numbers are amazing, and for once I want to go to my doctor, and actually I'm excited about doing labs instead
And you
of,
know what? We can maybe even share like how much you've improved once
Yeah.
we know. That would be
Well,
great.
I will give you an update later on when I get my
Yeah.
next lab, which will be coming up pretty soon here. But my numbers now, I never have a day where I'm over 110. That's a high
That's
for
so
me now.
awesome.
110. Sometimes I'm down in the 90s, but that's about where I'm at right now. Where before is I'd have swings where I'm hitting the 200s and things of that nature, which obviously some of you know isn't good. So, but this has been, a big game changer, obviously. So,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's that.
Well, thanks for letting them know.
Yep.
Once again, we'll go back to the burgers as we're eating burgers. And honestly, you guys, we'll both be getting I will actually getting some blood work and things like that as well. So I'll let you know, even because I know people start worrying about your cholesterol and this and that. So I will keep it real with you guys and keep you posted. So I'm gonna enjoy my burger, say my grace, and dig in. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna finish up the film here. I Today's Saturday, that was Friday, so I'll be posting this for you today. I just wanted to, by the way, we totally enjoyed our burgers. They were amazing. David did a wonderful job. They were really good, very big, very satisfying. We had the pork rinds, but we were like, we don't even need them. Like, the burgers were good. Now, I did treat myself a little bit last night. I want to show you real quick. All right, I treated myself real quick to some of this keto ice cream. This is peanut butter fudge, okay? It is 5 net carbs for 2/3 of a cup, which is all I did. That is a lot of carbs, but I didn't eat a lot of carbs actually throughout the day. So I had plenty. I'm going to post here what I did, my macros for the day, and like the calories. The calories will probably seem very high to a lot of you out there if you're not doing keto or low carb. And not every day it's like that. Some days it's lower, some days it's closer to the target, some days it's even over a little bit. But it adds up very fast, those calories. I felt very satisfied, very full yesterday. I'm on my morning coffee right now. It is actually around 11:30 now. And I just got my cup of coffee. So, and I've been up for a while. I'm an early riser, so I'm up early, fiddling around, doing stuff, putting clothes away, all that stuff. So I'm just now having my coffee. This will hold me over. Uh, I just wanted to state on here real quick that we don't just eat a bunch of those little keto snacks that I showed you. I'll be honest, a lot. David and I eat a lot of celery. I eat lots of cucumbers, the pickles. Those are like my snack foods, or I add them to my lunches or my meals to help me feel full. Plus, it gives me that crunch because I know through this video I've talked about chips a lot. So that is helpful for me. So if someone out there that is looking to try this, and I would say we're more low carb, not necessarily keto, but keto is about being in ketosis. I haven't like tested or did all the stuff that there's ways you can do it. There's a blood method, there's urine, like things that you can check. I'll be honest, I would think that most likely I am in it. I will say doing this has really helped. I told you, I posted that, I'm down 30 pounds. It is a little less than a month or 2 months, I'm sorry. Obviously, a lot of it was water weight at the beginning. One thing I will add, I haven't added exercise yet. Doesn't mean I'm not going to. I have been walking. I walk those stores and literally people are like, well, you're not really walking a store. No, I go to stores, plural, and I'm walking and I park far and I walk out, so things like that. I'm getting that in, but I do plan on adding some weights training. I've thought about doing yoga to be more flexible and for my joints and things like that. I really wanted to do water aerobics. I can't seem to find a class. Sorry. Can't seem to find a class. But I wanted to add that at the end to let you know. We also eat berries. So blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. I do limit that as well because, as you guys know, fruit has sugar as well. It's a natural sugar. But I eat those things probably more than I eat those treats. Like, I think I have those like a just in case. Like I did say that one I showed you, that nut roll, that one truly tastes like a payday. I feel like I'm having a candy bar. So that, I do like that. I keep stuff like that sometimes in my car. In case I have a bad habit of running around, taking care of my uncle, running around, going shopping, doing all these things, right? And I don't eat. So I keep something like that in my car so I don't go ravage or end up going through a drive-through and getting, fries. Because who doesn't love fries? Things like that. Or going to Little Caesars and they have those little, you could get the little, they do the lunch portions and stuff like that. I would do that. So, but I don't anymore. And I try to be mindful and think about those things ahead of time. I will say this, by the way, real quick. I jumped back off of that, but this was very good. They have a couple other ones. They have a cookie dough, a mint chocolate chip, and this was at Aldi. So if you're looking for something, because I know they have Rebel. Rebel is good. It's very expensive. So this is a little cheaper. Rebel might have some better like products as for what they put in it, but anyways, I got sidetracked, but I just wanted to hop on at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was very different. You got to see me and my husband a little bit. That's how we are. Like the silly dad jokes from the being like we're little kids and laughing over the word nuts and things like that. That is us. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure you guys give me the thumbs up for that. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. On the channel, we do a lot of things. And but if you guys like this content, I'll share it again. It won't be all the time. It won't become a low carb, but I wanted to take you along with me on my health journey. And I'm pretty proud of myself. Your girl still is a hot mess, but I'm pretty proud of myself. 30 pounds is a lot of weight. And it's not easy. But when you get into this and you're doing it and you're feeling better, and I'm doing these for the right reasons. You got to remember that. Do it for the right reasons. If you're health, you want to be healthier. You want to be able to move. You want to be more agile. You want to be whatever. You want to be able to play with your kids or your grandkids, or you want to be around, But you got to make those changes, and sometimes they can be hard, but they're worth it. And you feel better. It's nice to put on clothes and it be loose, and not be tight. All my clothes were getting too tight, and everything I had to keep going higher, higher, higher. When I started, you guys, it was the highest I've ever been in my entire life. And I've been a heavy girl. I've struggled with weight up and down my whole life. I mean, I don't think I was a chunky baby. Honestly, I think after I got my tonsils out, when I forgot how old I was, that's when I started putting on weight. But, so that's the majority of my life that I've been heavier, up and down, up and down. And I'm not trying to be super skinny. I'm trying to be healthy. And I hope you guys, if you want to try this, you're wanting the same. And it's got to be up here. You got to be mentally ready to do this. Something has to click. Something has to make you want to do this and click. That's what happened to me. My boys, and the way I felt, my boys telling me, Mom, we want you to be around. My oldest saying, when I have kids, I want you to be here. Sorry, guys. But, so on a happy note, I'm truly happy and blessed that each and every one of you have like this is TV, like you're turning. Oh my God, your girl's a mess. But that you've clicked that button to watch. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. Be kind to one another. Love one another. And I'll see you next time.